Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new sorta-ish kinda Marvel Legends retro carded Gambit figure, which is basically just another Gambit with a different head. We've seen this like it's only been a couple of times, but it's another Gambit. I think most people are gonna lean towards this one over the other one, but it does some things better and some things worse, so it's going to be kind of a personal preference sort of thing. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Hey guys, real quick before we get into the video, I wanted to remind you guys that Into the AM is doing a sale. It started November 22nd. It's going through December 3rd. It's their Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale. These shirts, they're the ones I'm always talking about. They're amazing. They're on sale, so use the link in the description. Go get the shirts at a discounted price. I recommend these things even at full price. Don't get me wrong, they're amazing, but while they're on sale, you might as well take advantage of that opportunity. They do the bundle deal, so if you're really feeling like getting a bunch, you can get 3 shirts and you save some money, either the graphic tees or the plain tees. You can do the subscription service if you want. Saves you even more money. You get a shirt every month. You don't get to pick it, but it's cheaper. Plenty of options. They do have other things beyond just the graphic tees and the plain tees, but what I'm recommending to you guys is these kind of shirts right here, the graphic tees. They're amazing. They are the best graphic tees I've ever owned, and they are still on sale. I wanted to get that in there before the sale ended so that you guys could get them while they're cheaper. Why not save some money, spend that money on toys or something? But at least this way you get some cool shirts. So there it is. Check it out. Again, link in the description below. It's Into the AM, and the sale ends on December 3rd. This guy stands just about 17 centimeters, which makes him pretty close to, let's just say, 6 5/8 inches, right around there. And before we get into anything else, I want to do a question of the day. Which color scheme for Gambit is your favorite? The hot pink and black with the blue bits, or the silver and purpley colors? Like, which combination is your favorite? My personal favorite is the cartoon version with the hot pink, the black, and then the blue here and here. That's my take. This matches the cover art fairly closely. The purple is not quite right, purplish pink, but the rest is pretty darn close, so if that's what they were going for, that's good. However, the original Toy Biz figure that looked like this had the cartoon coloring. At least the one I had did, and I checked, and it did. So, I'm personally partial to the cartoon coloring for the figure as well, but that being said, it does look like it's supposed to if they're going for that artwork, so that's fine. Now this is the same figure overall other than the decoration on it, except for the head. We do have the new head. I would still recommend one of my custom heads if I ever sell them again, or if you happen to have one, pop it on there. The cowl on mine is black since it was made to match the other Gambit, but still, this is a much better head than previously. It's still weird though, especially since they still don't have the eyes right. That's not what a Gambit's eyes look like, and that's not what his eyebrows look like. He's supposed to have the little extra bit on the eyebrow, and the eyes are just supposed to be a red dot. And it's still painted poorly, so it's a bummer. It's definitely the best sculpted Gambit head though, for sure. So, especially the hair, that's the important part. So that's a good thing. And, I mean, this whole color scheme does work, it's just not my personal preference. They did a good job with the line work on here, that's pretty good. Is it lined up with the actual sculpt exactly? Definitely not, but it still looks pretty good. So, yeah, it's definitely an improvement in some ways. I will say, from the aesthetic perspective, the jacket and arms and everything looks super plasticky, and you're thinking it is plastic, right, but it's a collectible and it shouldn't look like it. Also, I've got one of the ones where the arm is basically not connected. Apparently some of them have this and some of them don't. Like, it is pegged on, but it will pop off. So you can see how big the gap is on this side compared to this side. Some of them have this, some of them don't. I don't know. Should we just pull on it and see what happens? That's what she said. It might... Yeah, I don't want to do it without heating it. So I'm wondering if there's just extra flashing on the peg or something that keeps it from going in all the way. But either way, if you're shopping in store and can find them, is that even a thing? Can you do that with these figures? I don't know. Hope that you don't get this. I know some of them don't have it because I've seen this mold that doesn't have it. So anyway, otherwise it's good. The pink lines on the pants are clean. The boots are a nice shiny silver. This is painted to match nicely. The collar is painted to match nicely. The face is fairly clean. The eyes are a little googly, but face is really glossy too. I didn't mention that, but can we focus on there? Yeah. So it's glossy and the eyes look weird, but otherwise it looks good. The hair has some shading. The hair has some shading, so that's good. Yeah, well, all in all, it's a very solid release aesthetically. Just wish this had some paint or at least wasn't so shiny. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It looks pretty good. The head sits too high, but because of the collar, it's hard to notice it, but it could definitely sit down just a little bit, because if you look at the top of his shoulders and how far away they are from his head, even Gambit being a taller, slender guy, that's a bit of a reach, but it's not too bad. Okay, as far as accessories go, we get the gripping hand / trigger finger hand that comes on him in the package with the other gripping hand. Then we do get the 2 style pose hands. One, of course, does have the card effect, which is nice-ish. The swoosh is past the hand, which doesn't make any sense, but the card part is pretty cool. I don't understand at all why there would be a swoosh in front of his hand. That's weird. It should be trailing. Whatever. Then we do get the other card, which is a nice effect, and we get his staff, which is another nice effect. So that's good. I don't really think we need anything else other than that swoosh effect being better, but even still, you could just, if you really hated it, you could just trim it and it would still make sense. But even then, it's still a good accessory. So 8 out of 10. I don't know that we need much else. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and I think fist hands would be good. Like, he's got no fist hands. I think every superhero character should come with at least 1 fist hand. If they're known for being a punchy type person, they should have 2. Granted, Gambit uses the staff in the cards. That's fine. But I would like a fist hand with all of my characters. Just going to put that out there. All of them should at least have a fist hand to be punching things, because that's what they do. All right, so he looks up, he looks down. He's got all the same standard articulation. Again, the head sits a little bit high, but that's because of how they sculpted it. It's not lollipop. There's no gaff there. It just sits pretty high. He's got a pretty long neck. Shoulders go better than horizontal, full rotation. Obviously, we have our swivel there. Single jointed elbow, which is better than 90 degrees. Works just fine. That's the way you want to do it. That's good if you're going to do a single joint. You do get another bicep swivel out of that if you want it. Your wrists have a swivel and a hinge. The grippy hands do not have the vertical hinge, which means he can't hold his staff in a very good way. Bummer. Also, I do think his legs are really skinny. I think he could definitely use a little bit of thigh meat on there. That would be nice. I think I said that last time I reviewed this guy. He's got a big crotch gap or thigh gap and relatively very skinny thighs, even for a slender build. Because they're so muscular, he looks very strange. And his legs are just skinny all the way around, even the boots. This is a metal boot, obviously, and I mean, they don't really make sense. Gambit boots have always been kind of strange, but look how skinny his legs are in the boot. Imagine what's in there, just bones. He only has bones and boots, no skin, no muscles. Not the best look, but this might be the best of the Marvel Legends Gambits at least. Does ab crunch forward 1 notch. Doesn't go back, that's a bummer. It's not the cape, it just doesn't go. Waist twist is fine. He does kick pretty well, that's okay. They go back a little bit, they go out to the side, not very far, only about 45. The pivot point in the hip is far too close to the crotch. It needs to be farther out in order for that to work. I wish they would figure that out. Like, I know that, and I don't work for Hasbro. They should be able to figure that out too. Alright, so the knees have a nice bend, that's good. Pegs are appropriately colored, that's good. Ankles go all the way back, all the way forward, have a decent ankle rocker, it's pretty steep. You do get a boot swivel in here, but it's ugly and doesn't really make any sense. So, it's another standard run of articulation. Nothing special here, nothing good, nothing too bad, it's about average. So 7 out of 10 for Marvel Legends articulation. It should be fine. Final verdict on this guy. It really just comes down to preference. If you want to get the other version that's up there in the bubble, the eye thingy, the little info card, you can click on that and see that review. But it really just comes down to preference. This head's definitely better, but the other body might look nicer. I don't know, so pick and choose. Last I saw, these were available at Target's website, but I don't know if that is still the case. I can't imagine they're going to be super valuable on eBay, so you should be able to track them down if you want. Hopefully I'm right. Anyway, I'll give it a final verdict of 8 out of 10. It's not a bad release. It's pretty good. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos almost every single day, sorta. And thousands of videos already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.